Okay, I just wanted to do a bit of an update of this bag here. This is my main tool bag, so basically just working as a sparky here on the Sunshine Coast, and just wanted to do a bit of an update on what's in this bag now. So still just got the belt, like my belt inside, which is kind of handy to be able to store it there. I'll go through the belt after. I'll just show what's in the bag for now. Obviously trying to keep things nice and tidy, not taking too much in, so just starting at the back, just got these kind of multi sockets. They got 4 sizes on each and they're reversible. They're from Bunnings, they're actually not too good, but you know, they do the job. And then I've got little breaker bar, good for pulling nails, that sort of thing. A square. These are just those little diagonal pliers, or you know, bent long nose pliers. And I've got some of these grips. I got another pair of those. Those last few things are just kind of cheapies. This is a tool that's actually handy. I've had this for a few years, and to be honest, it is really good. It's made by Sidchrome, and this little handle is reversible, so it does come in handy. You can obviously put whatever bits you want to put in the back of that. Then I've got a little Stumpy Screwdriver. Actually, you have to use these pliers to get these things out, but it's not too bad actually. So it's just a little Stumpy Screwdriver from Weha, and this one hides all the tool bits in the back, which is kind of handy. They're just 6 little ones, but they're the ones that you would need to use anyway. So the sort of tool that you don't need it all the time, and then when you do need it, you really need it. I'll just leave that there because all those bits came out. A couple of the Wiha, I think they're called, what are they called? The Pico Finish. These are great. The other 2 actually live in the tool bag over there. And then just some pencils, an automatic center punch, pencils, pens, that sort of thing through here. Some Allen keys, which are from Wera. Actually going to use those in a minute. Tin snips, they've been kicking for ages. And then some crimps for pre-insulated lugs. And these bootlace crimps or ferrule crimps, they're actually a really good tool. These ones have lasted me ages. I've actually bought another pair as well. Moving to the front, this is a little set that was made by Weha as well, and it's actually really quite an elaborate little set. It's got the driver there on the left, and then a bunch of those really small kind of odd security bits and whatnot. The little kit maybe costs 30 bucks or something, but it's really handy. Like, I haven't used it too much. And then just a normal level there. A few things in here. I've got an extra knife, which is this Milwaukee, I think they call it the fastback or some sort of hook knife, but I mean, it looks pretty deadly. Haven't gotten to use it too much. I would assume, you know, maybe good for stripping wires, but you know, only used it a couple times when I have to. Just got a big magnet in there. Always comes in handy. And then a couple of Weha screwdrivers. Torx ones live in here, don't use them too much. And then this one's a really great tool. This is actually the combination between a posi 2 and a slotted bit. Don't know if that's going to focus there, but that's alright. Usually this is the tool that we'll use on a circuit breaker, and it actually really fits the fastener inside the circuit breaker properly and gives you a lot of torque to be able to do those screws up. The only other things that are living in here at the moment is in this side pocket, and these bags are great from Beehive again, but I've got my drill bits living in there, which I'd like to have in my drill case, but for now they're just there. This front pocket here is a bunch of my heat gun, a bunch of tape, solder, and all those sorts of things. An extra mask and that conduit bell end making machine, but just tape and spare blades for the Stanley knife, that sort of thing. So it all fits in there alright. It's actually a really good little gas gun, that one. I don't know what brand it is, but pretty decent stuff. This one is my multimeter And I also stashed this little digital distance, little digital tape measure sort of thing. That's pretty cool. It comes in really handy when we're like estimating out cable runs. So basically, turn it on and it'll project a little dot. I don't know if you can see that red dot over there. And as soon as you touch that button, it'll just tell you basically the exact measurement, which, yeah, most of the time you use a tape measure, but if it's a long run or, you know, shooting up a wall, getting a rough measurement, that's really good for that. And then this Fluke Meter Bag. Yeah, I had for ages. This is kind of my first meter, I guess. It's a 115 by Fluke, so it does everything that you need it to. The only thing it doesn't do that the 117 does is the 117 has a contactless feature, so might be upgrading my meter, or, you know, I'll keep this one. This is really the only meter that you kind of need, but I do want to get a clamp meter, so I'll be getting my hands on that sometime soon. Just throw that to the side for now. So that's this front pouch, and then this one here, oh yeah, I've just got a Kairitsu insulation resistance tester. Again, just another like standard bit of kit that, you know, you should always have. And yeah, be surprised, use that pretty much all the time. So that's basically what's in the bag. And again, just trying to keep the bag neat, or, you know, light, because theoretically I kind of want to deck this out to be the bag that I need to take everywhere. That and maybe a drill case, and that should be everything. I'll get onto my tool belt, which also lives in there, and I guess this is where a lot of the real like day-to-day tools live. At the moment, it's pretty loaded up, you know, with gear and all this tape, but basically this is the setup. It's a Makita bag, and they're really, like, honestly, they're really good. I just try and take all this tape off. So obviously you got your tape holder there, and the only other things I've got on this belt other than the bag is this little addition for the impact driver, and that's always worked really well. It's good to have your impact driver on you all the time. So there's that, and then around the back here I've just got, it's just like a freestanding little pocket, and all it is just storage, and I find that really handy. You just throw odd bits and pieces in there, ends up getting a little bit, you know, full of shit, but it saves all that stuff hanging around in the bottom of your tool bag. So really recommend those if you've got this, or even if you don't have the Milwaukee belt, even so, it's a good little handy pouch. Okay, I have got this thing loaded up pretty heavily, and basically this is kind of where it's come to from the last video. Was a little bit different, so I just start on the left here. These are the Knipex combination pliers, or no, what are they called? Installation pliers. Really good, man, honestly. I reach for these a lot more often than I think I would. They're not the best for stripping like TPS here in Australia, but they do have those little strippers there. Don't know if it'll focus. Those little strippers there that do come in handy, stripping 1.5 and 2.5. Pair of scissors that are a Sidchrome pair of scissors as well, and those are really good. I do like those when it comes to, yeah, unpacking stuff. Those scissors come in handy. Little Milwaukee Torch. Keep going along the front. Wiha flush cutters. I love these Kingchrome knives. I've probably gone through at least 10 of them, you know, like, but they're quality. It's all you need. Swap those blades out really easily, and they do feel good, even though they're like a little foldy uppy little knife. They do feel good and solid, so the belt clip helps too. I just picked up this little Stabila level. Haven't gotten a chance to use it too much, but, you know, kind of seen a little bit about them. Everyone who I can kind of see that's had them has said good things about them, so that replaces that other level that's just living over here now. Keep going across, and I just got this tape measure. Actually, a lot of people say a lot of bad things about them, and look, I can see kind of why. The tape doesn't really hold up too well, but so far so good with this one for me. It's done the job, and it hasn't, you know, like the tape hasn't really buckled too much. I guess that's what a lot of people complain about with that Crescent Lufkin tape. The 10 meters is good too. Not having an 8 meter tape, and 10 meters actually comes in handy a lot. Okay, getting on to pliers. I picked up this set from Weha, and I do have a lot of Weha gear, and look, to be honest, I do really like it. It just does the job, and it's tends to be quite comfortable, and again, it's what you need, quality tools to do this job. So I found Weha really do make quality stuff. Basic here, side cutters, long nose pliers, and your lineman pliers, and they're all pretty much the same. These feel a little smaller, but they feel really good in the hand, these pliers. So far so good with those. I probably wouldn't upgrade it unless, you know, lose a set or something, but so far so good with these. I guess I'll just quickly grab out all these screwdrivers as well. These are Weha drivers, and that's what, like, you know, these Weha screwdrivers really is the standard as a Sparky here in Australia, or, you know, I would hope. No, there's other brands out there that do good ones, but really good, no complaints. The thin tips are really handy too, the slim line. And I guess touching on this, with working on live equipment, you feel a lot better using VDE tools because each tool itself has been tested. So that's a good peace of mind anyway that I like with these insulated pliers. These are my Conduit Cutters. Honestly, I've had those for ages. Wouldn't even know what brand they were, but they're killing it. I have a Gyprock Saw by, who's that? Stanley. And it's the kind of the fold out type. Does come in handy, saves a bit of room in the bag, and also not having that long blade poking, you know, down out of the back of one of these here really saves the back of your leg. I always used to get poked by those a lot. And then just got a good little slot there. Found that to be okay. Like, it doesn't really stiffen up the bag too much, and it saves you carrying a whole other thing to carry your hammer, and that's the Wiha Electrician's hammer. Not too bad, this thing. It obviously doesn't have the weight, but being lighter is one of its advantages as well. Being able to carry it with you and not really, you know, notice it too much. I found that pretty handy. And then this pocket here is filled with a bunch of handy stuff. Just a pencil. These are those other two Pico Finish Weha screwdrivers. Normal pens, Nico pens, pencils, and then I've just got these little like reaming tools. Find it really good just for the inside, you know, for reaming stuff, I guess. And a Fluke, we call those, contactless tester. Definitely handy, use that thing a lot. So really, that's everything that fits into that that pouch. It is pretty loaded, but look, this is the setup that I've landed on for now, and it's, yeah, working really good. So see how it all ends up, but basically that's really what I wanted to kind of capture. Righto, cheers, thanks for watching.